お疲れ様です。ともぞうです。今回もレインボーシックスシージの動画やっていきたいと思います。今回も忙しい人向けのハイライトをやっていきたいと思うんですけれども、各エリアのトップリーグはまだ開幕していません。しかしそれに先駆けてゲーマーズウィザウトボーダーズ、この8月にサウジアラビアで行われる大会に向けて EU、NA そしてラテンアメリカで予選が行われました。今回はその大会にフォーカスしていきたいと思うんですけれども、ローグのスポイト、このスーパールーキーのデビュー戦となったこの大会、スポイトにフォーカスを当ててハイライト作っていきたいと思います。まずは大会の予選がどうなったか見ていきましょう。こちら先日のマンシージでも上げさせていただいたんですけれども、左側がオープン予選、そして右側がクローズド予選となりました。オープン予選から2チームが勝ち抜け、クローズド予選ではヒロイックとローグが招待という形で予選を抜けてきた2チームと対戦という形となりました。予選を勝ち抜いたのはビクタス、そしてエースズ、コリーがいるワイルドという形となったんですけれども、残念ながらジョイスティックやカーゼカがいる元エンパイアのメンバーのチームは準決勝ですかね、ビクタスに敗れてしまっています。さあ、そして右側に移ってクローズド予選なんですけれども、そのねワイルドとビクタスがめちゃくちゃ強かったんですよ。仕上がってると言った方がいいんですかね。ヒロイックとローグがねまさかのローワーブラケットで戦うという形となりました。そこからローグが勝ち上がっていって、最終的にはワイルドとグランドファイナルの BO5 に臨むんですけれども、結果切符を握ったのはワイルドという形となっています。こちらの大会なんですけれども、実は Twitch チャンネルがございまして、そちらでしっかりとねライブ配信だけではなく各試合の切り出しビデオも上げてくださっていたので、概要欄にねリンク先貼っておきますので、ぜひ試合見てください。僕もねある程度試合見たんですけども、非常にレベル高くて、ちなみに NA とねラテンアメリカの試合も見えます。非常にレベルの高い試合でびっくりしましたね。特に EU はかなりレベル高かったんじゃないかなと思わせてくれるぐらいの激しい試合だったかなと思います。さあ、そんな中から今回スポイトの活躍を拾っていきたいと思うんですけれども、選んだのはローアーブラケットの2戦目ですね。ビクタスとローグの2対1でローグが勝利した試合というところからピックアップしていきたいと思います。それでは早速始めていきましょう。さあ、まずはファーストマップ3走見ていきましょうか。この大会でねすでにチームのエースアタッカーという風格がすでにスポイトにはありました。少しね連携がまだ足りないかなという部分はあるんですけれども、それを補ってあまりある活躍。ファーストマップの3走ラウンド3では防衛でその強さを見せつけます。このラウンドトリプルキルするんですけれども、特にね3キル目見てほしいです。相手に背中から撃たれてびっくりして、その打ち込みをキャラコンで回避するんですけれども、その後のエイムの合わせがとんでもない、そんなシーンをご覧ください。
Positions and try to keep each other safe. Spot is going to find one onto Skyty. That is the entry killer taken down and leaves us now in a 4v4 at the halfway mark.
Spoit's played a nasty little position there, relying on the fact that there are no drones available. Behind the table, popped up, killed Flexi, and then pops up again and kills Oscar. I think we know why he was the hottest property that was coveted by multiple EUL teams in this offseason, because you saw it there, just how well he's able to just play off instincts and shoot.
I love a cheeky fadeaway. I absolutely love a cheeky fadeaway. Hit him with the shot and then drop down the hatch and off he goes. What a round, what a match we've seen so far from Spoit. He's come out big, 6-2 in the first 3 rounds, and right now Victors are on the back foot. 2v3, 50 seconds left to go, trying to get themselves established into sight so they can have any hope of putting this diffuser down. But all that Rogue really need to do at the minute is just hold on to those hatches, because they know that the pressure is vertical. They know that both of the players are up there, so they just need to hold on to the angles and wait for the drop to happen, unless Victors start to move vertically down, but they don't. Deepak manages to find YZN as he tries to transfer to the library stairs. He's going to get taken down. Skeptic manages to find one. Beautiful reaction there. Drops the hatch, but drops to death as Leon is waiting for him. Takes him down, and Rogue are now 2-1.
Yeah, good round from Rogue, and especially good round.
しかしこのマップに関してはビクタスが6対2と早めにマッチポイントを取ります。かなりローグとしては追い込まれているんですけれども、ここからローグが攻撃で反撃に出ます。そのキープレイヤーとなったのがやはりスポイト。フィンカを使ってエントリーフラッカーを積極的に担っていたんですけれども、スポイトのキルあるいはアタックによって攻撃の前線がどんどん押し上がっていきます。このラウンド10も例に漏れずスポイトが押し上げていくんですけれども、特に注目してもらいたいのはラスト トキル。とんでもない反応速度で相手を仕留めるそのシーンをぜひご覧ください。
To rotate underneath, and Wysenden could get himself caught out, and he does as Crying finds that opener.
I think his positional play wise then he gets himself caught out in a lot of places, dying to angles that he doesn't know exist or that there's a player on. I think it's very unfortunate as Spoit finds another nade kill onto Skyty. Although, as we said, 2 minutes have been wasted and vertical control's not established. So it's not like we haven't been here before. The difference at the minute is Oscar is still lurking top floor. He's still ratting top floor and he's waiting. He can have a massive impact on this round if he pops up and gets himself a cheeky little double kill or something like that, for example, because he's not been droned, he's got mute jammers, he's got a lot of cover.
That's what Victus are going to need at this point in time, because with 45 seconds left to go, they are once again at a serious man disadvantage here on the bar game inside. They were able to win it out last time. Unlikely this time as Crying manages to find Flexi. That's one of those on-site defenders taken down. Oscar gets one. He's going to need to find two. Goes for the challenge. Can't get it, but keeps his life. Manages to find Kanto eventually with the headshot. But Spoit, he finds Skeptic at the same time, and that leaves Oscar now having to battle back in towards site, and he's on low health. There's a man on main stairs. It's Spoit. He's hungry for more, and he gets it. Eats him up, and that is going to be another rogue round. 2 out of 4, 2 to go.
Yeah, really unfortunate for us.
さあスポイトの活躍もありじりじりとラウンド数を戻してきたローグ。ついにラウンド12まで到達します。地下防衛に対してスノーモービルガレージからのハードブリーチで活路を見出そうとするんですけれども、なかなかエントリーができないという状況が続く中、スポイトが1の動きをやり始めます。図書階段から降りて結局スポイトが全てを決めてしまうというそんなシーンをピックアップしましたのでご覧ください。
That should be all they need. There goes the nade, and we get a beautiful view of it as Spoit manages to find the bandit of Oscar, just over committing to the bandit trick a little bit there, and he gets caught out with the explosives. Great start from Rogue.
Yeah, he moved himself a little bit too far as well, then tries to take on a very aggressive angle. Does get punished with quite a lot of HP damage. Spoit, he won't be punished at all because he can just heal himself back up. This is one British established, but no vertical control. Nobody really pushing from any other angle for Rogue here. Might mean that they just walk into multiple crossfires from the main stairs, from the shield, from connector.
In all honesty, this is a good old-fashioned ranked push.
Yeah.
Into this, it is, into this site. Open up main garage, try and push in and plant behind green bin. That's that's how it went. As it stands, Rogue are now going to go for the rotation. They absolutely needed to. They weren't going to get away with a completely one-dimensional push in through the main door. They need to get above. They need to apply a little bit of pressure, whether that's vertically or whether that's from big garage side. We'll see. But yeah, absolutely, they need to go and move some of those Victor's players before they go for the plan.
Yeah, it's going to be a key engagement because there still is... I don't know if there's a player playing on the mid-floor anymore for Victus. I think there is one. I think I've just seen silhouette of Skyty. And there's long angles through dining, so he can hold lobby and hold Flex's walk down. But the communication for Victus needs to be very clear here because they're at man disadvantage and Rogue are now coming from multiple angles. They don't have to just worry about the breach. So they need to take their fights with confidence, but pick the right fights to take because it is going to come down to these last 30 seconds.
5 versus 3 now as Spoit manages to get himself another on the board, and it's all falling apart for Victus as it's 2 versus 5, 1 versus 5. Could be a flawless round as Leon goes in and starts getting that diffuser down. Spoit closes it out with another, and that takes us all the way to overtime, Fresh.
このファーストマップはローグが大逆転する形となります。延長に持ち込みローグがこのマップ取るんですけれども、最終的にスポイトは23キルでした。
They've got to get themselves in a position to support Skeptic here. He's just waiting. He's almost a bystander, Fresh. He's just waiting for that call that the cover is in place, but it's not going to come as Leon manages to find one. Deepak another. That's the diffuser down. That's Skyty out. That's Rogue winning, Shally.
さあ続いて国境見ていきましょう。ラウンド2からファーストマップに続き国境の前半もね、カメラさんはスポイトにかなり釘付けになってスポイトの視点をかなり映してくれました。このラウンドはそこまでスポイト活躍するわけじゃないんですけれども、僕ねこのラウンド2見てびっくりしたのがスポイトのエイムの本当に綺麗さ、そこを本当に見ていただきたいのでピックアップしてみました。ぜひスポイトの吸い付くような相手がね顔を出しそうなポイントに対するピタッと止まるエイムをご覧ください。
He's still an 18-year-old fragger, and you will get that with him. And Rogue will need to... I guess what I'm trying to say is Rogue need to not get on his back for that because it will happen from time to time, but he is just that good that he will win you games, as we saw in the previous one.
By opening up the door into CCTV there, looking to push inside. There is one that's going to be inside of there, looking for a challenge onto him potentially. There we go. The bullets just rain on out of there. Oscar just working. I think he's underneath in customs at the minute, just cycling around. But the battle is going to be with YZN. Cry manages to find Oscar underneath, and YZN drops down immediately to try and support or to try and maybe get the refrag there. But he's not going to be able to find the man, and he looks to head back upstairs and prevent this progress from Rogue getting inside. Rogue, of course, attacking on to Workshop here. Skyty managing to find Deepek with a nice headshot there, so that's just going to prevent the bit of progress that Rogue were making, but Skyty gets spotted on a super long-range angle by Spoit.
Yeah, and that's absolutely disgusting. Obviously, Sky had hopped out to get that kill, got himself spotted, and Spoit just managed to hold. And as I said, there's so many places from the outside of border on the top floor where you can hold the rotate. Spoit gets an absolute freebie, holding a nice long angle through the whole of the top floor. It looks like Victors have basically dropped off now. They've wasted a minute 30, but they don't have man advantage. They don't have a lot of map control, so they need to release that pressure at some point in the form of an individual play to just push up and try and get some kills. It probably comes in this customs area, as Spoit is going to try and take it. Does have a drone in front of him.
Bomb located by attackers.
4 versus 3 then. Rogue coming in towards the final minute, just starting to really pressure towards site now. They've got themselves established in the map. Spoit just being drawn there straight ahead of him. Knows that there's one in ventilation, but of course there is always the rotation in between, so knows that it may not be the case as and when he makes that final push. Crying, he's going to find himself inside as well. And Rogue are just struggling to pin down 1 or 2 Victor's players, I think, but they just got pinned. 2 kills from Leon, Kanto onto Flex. I could just see them moving around on the top floor, and it just seemed like it was halting Cryan's progress.
ちなみにスポイトの戦士調べてみたんですけれども、かなりハイ戦士なのかなと思ったらそういったこともなく DPI400 で XY10 の10なので、そんなに速くないかなというイメージですかね。アスペクト比も16対10、そして FOV も90という形なんで、それほどねハイ選手というわけではないような気がします。さあ国境のラウンド7見ていきましょう。国境は終始ビクタスのペースで進みます。4対2で前半を折り返しビクタス有利。しかし防衛に転じて壁となったのがやはりスポイト。フィンカーでも3走で 1.5 倍サイトをかなり積極的に使っていたシーンが映っていたと思うんですけれども、やはりねこの人 1.5 倍サイトお気に入りなのかなと思います。このラウンドはワマイで 1.5 倍、ちょっとねこの人に 1.5 倍持たせてはいけないんじゃないかというシーンをピックアップしてみました。
This kind of approach of going below and really force players out. Oscar does manage to find an upnade, and it is known that there is a player in Workshop. It will be the alibi of Kanto. Does manage to find the first kill onto Oscar. Has a massive role to play here. As gets the first kill and will have another player. Spoit's gone downstairs to try and help him with that 1.5. Does take the head off of Flexi, and Skyty has been killed by Kanto. It's all gone a bit wrong trying to get him below for Victus because Kanto just basically said no and will not die. Skeptic is pushed himself into 90 to try and find the kill towards site, and it's all left up to YZN. Does get taken out top floor, top east by Spoit in a massive double kill once again.
Little bit of a concern.
そしてラウンド10、同じようなシーンが続きます。またしてもオートタレットかと思わせるようなワマイの 1.5 倍で相手をなぎ倒していくスポイト。ただエイムだけではないという片鱗がこのラウンドに見えます。最終的にはインジャになってしまうんですけれども、そのインジャに至るまでのキャラクターコントロールの素晴らしさ、その点にぜひご注目ください。
Gone down to support because there could be a little bit of a mozzie hunt that goes on after that, but for the time being it looks like Victor's pretty happy to just leave him down there in the cold.
Rogue have done a really good job at denying quite a lot of map control and denying basically and not losing their lives because of it. It's been very good from them as Victors have been worrying about people below, and there's only 30 seconds to go. This is going to be an absolute bloodbath as they go in for the execute.
That's an important kill. Deepek gets the first onto Flexi. He was the one that was sent underneath. Just one man. No opportunity for a trade. YZN does manage to find Cryan, but Kanto coming back to site gets Oscar, and Spoit manages to find YZN in that direct trade. It's all up to Skeptic. He was in a position to put the diffuser down, but Spoit getting the kill onto his cover. Skyty goes down, and it leaves now. Skeptic fighting for kills. He's going to down Spoit, but he can't confirm the kill as Leon manages to close him down, and Rogue level it up once again. 5-5.
今回はスポイト特集会ということで、あくまでスポイトの活躍の部分にフォーカスさせていただいていますが、ビクタス本当に強いです。正直 EU のトップリーグに現在いてもおかしくないぐらいの実力を持っているんじゃないかと、この大会見て思いました。元エンパイアの面々が倒されてしまったというのは、まあうなずける感じかなというところです。その強さがわかるラウンドをちょっとピックアップさせてもらったので、そちらを見ていただければと思います。ビクタスのね、本当に速いカバーと浮いた相手の潰し方の素晴らしいシーンがこのラウンドで見られるので、その点をぜひ見ていただければと思います。
You know, it's more than default. Deepek, once again, he's in the bathroom. He's going to get droned out. And there's going to be a player pushing with the drone, which means he's in a very hard spot. But Kanto drops, and it's Trade City going on. Oscar manages to get the kill. Kanto gets refragged back out. And that's advantage Victus. The fact that Oscar's escaped with his life, Spoit's not dropped. And, of course, Cryony's very lit from the nade that came in at the start. This is great advantage to Victus now. They just need to take that map control and then now start working for a plan. They can go for either side that they want, as you say. Probably Armory now, given the map control they've got, and then go for the breach on that B bomb.
As I said, just had a little bit of a feeling that we're going to see a little bit more success for Victus. Maybe the requirement of overtime just sharpening them up again and giving them that keen edge that they needed. And as you say, managing to get a good couple of kills there. Kanto on a different day maybe finds himself 2 and escapes with his life, and the whole round would look different. It was one of those flashpoints, but Victus on top at the minute. They can start working towards this breach, but I'm just concerned about time for them fresh. We saw it last time. It was a struggle. We're seeing it again here, down to 28 seconds. There's a soft wall that they've yet to deal with, but there's also a nitro. That's a big kill as YZN manages to pick Leon up. A little bit of indecision from him, but here comes Spoit, gets one but no more. It's all up to Crying underneath, seriously low health. He will take some pot shots but not find anybody. There's going to be the opportunity for Skeptic to get the diffuser down. The nade is going to halt Crying's progress. Oscar knows that that is the case. He knows exactly where the last man is. Sees the legs, sees the kill, closes the round, and Victus, they get themselves the advantage in overtime.
Yeah, that was absolutely excellent, to be honest, in terms of...
さあ話をスポイトの活躍に戻しましょう。サードマップ高層ビル、国境も延長にもつれましたけれども、ビクタスが勝利してサードマップにもつれ込んでいます。ただ高層ビルでは先ほどのワマイの 1.5 倍と違い、スポイトはミュートを防衛で使うことが多かったかなという印象でした。ただ 1.5 倍ではなくてもスポイトは強い、そんなラウンドをピックアップしましたのでご覧ください。
Rogue, they're gonna kind of just try and hold on close to this bar area and maybe even try and bandit trick that single wall. I think Deepek's playing there. They're gonna try and play very aggressive onto the breach, so to speak. That's why you're seeing that rotate come off at completely the wrong time from Leon. That's a horrible one to take when you're a smoke. You're just trying to rotate and get through sight. As a push comes through quickly from YZN, does get punished. Deepek gets one, Spoit gets one, Skeptic gets one back onto Deepek, and it's a 3v2. Victus, they've got all the answers after having none of them seemingly on this office exhibition side.
They've certainly got a little bit of motivation in there, some energy from somewhere, because as you see, breaches are opening. They are just absolutely flying in through those walls. I don't know how Deepek survived for as long as he did in behind there, but he does get taken out eventually. I think it was also Spoit getting the kill there behind the bar that just really helped to put a halt to that little bit of a mid-round rush. But with 1 minute left to go, Victus are just going to take a breath here. They're going to get on the drones. We can see SkyTier, YZN, they're doing the work as well, chipping in even though they're off the board.
Yeah, there's some good flank drones in place. I think you saw, luckily, Skeptic was also flicking through them at the same time. There's a lot of good flank drones, which means Oscar's going to be free to move in, and potentially he doesn't have any nades, but he might be able to make a play up the stairs. He's got to time this well with Skeptic and Flexi at the same time, though.
Oscar going up, he's going to face the challenge from Dragon more than likely, just conscious of sight itself as well. In goes Skeptic through the window, looks to make a challenge, but he's shut down by Spoit. Now in comes 2 more challenges, Spoit with 1, Crying with another, and that's going to be Rogue. A bit more of a flash in the pan finish from them this time.
正直この BO3 はどっちが勝ってもおかしくなかったかなと思います。特にファーストマップの3走でビクタスが決めきっていれば 2-0 でビクタスが勝った可能性は高いかなと思います。ただやはり攻撃においてローグはかなりスポイトが入って強みを持ったかなと。スポイト、クライン、そしてカントと、やはりアタッカーとしてパンチ力のある3人が揃っているので、この3人のどこからでも起点を作れるんですよね。崩しのきっかけを作れると言えばいいんでしょうか。この高層ビルの最終ラウンドも、そういった3人の広がりによってうまくいろんなところで起点を作って、どんどんビクタス側が自利品になっていったというシーンが見られたので、試合が決着するそのシーンと合わせてご覧くださ い。
Here and now. Keep an eye on Deepak and exactly what he does. For the time being, Kantor's clearing out utility from underneath, and they're aware of the player at the bottom of main stairs as well. Crime's going to take a little peek around, and that player for Victus has just dipped himself back up the stairs a little bit. He's not going to get over aggressive on that push, but right now Rogue, they've got bottom floor control, but the question is, what are they doing with it?
The problem with the Ossa is that they have absolutely no utility to deal with the actual shield, because Skeptic brings a shield that goes outside of T room. It goes outside of T room towards the T room. There's no impacts, which means this Ossa can play for free once the black stairs control is established. The up nades are coming in. It's not looking great for Victus right now. It might be a 5v5, but they need to release pressure somehow.
Flex is going to take some damage there, just a little bit of chip damage, but that could be the beginning of the end for Victus if Rogue are posturing themselves into positions where they can start taking those shots and doing the damage. Deepak going to continue working here, but the shield is still in position and the man is there. As the Toxic Babe comes out, Spoit is in position to move up. Smart play. Deepak just baiting the utility to give a free kill to the Thinker. 5v4, 4v4 as Flexi finds one. It's going to be a bloodbath as they rush into site. 3v3. Is this going to go all the way to overtime, or Rogue do they lock it down now? Leon, he's going for the plant, but something pulls him away. I'm not sure if there was still an echo drone, but YZN, he's going to get taken down. No, Skeptic was dead, so Leon obviously just got spooked, but there come the final kills. That's Rogue locking it down inside of 12. They don't have to go to overtime, and the EUL team managed to get themselves into the final, but what a run Victus had fresh. We gotta give it to them. Fantastic performance from them.
さあというわけで試合の映像を実際見ていただきましたけれども、この大会スポイト大活躍というのが数字の上でも残っています。ちょっとねこの大会は CGGG のカウントが行われる大会ではなかったので、これねスポイトがリツイートしてたんですけど、フリーランススタッツアナリストという風に書いているので、シーズンに携わる何らしかアナリストの仕事をしているみたいなんですけれども、そちらの方が挙げてくださっていた、CGG と同じ数値ですね。4チーム全部挙げてくださってるんですけれども、ワイルドはウィナーズでずっと勝ち上がってたので試合数が少ないです。なのでローアに回った特にローグとワイルドは最も試合数が多い形になるのかなというところなんですけれども、見てください。2段目スポイトローグの中でも1位なんですけれども、レーティングは全4チームの中で1位。キル数とデス数は今言った通り試合数が違うので何とも言えないんですけれども、見ていただきたいのはエントリーのところですね。プラス10、24キルエントリーでキルを取ってデスは14となっています。KD は 1.37、これは置いておいて KPR ですね。これがダントツにいいんですよ。 0.93、KPR は1ラウンドあたりのキル数なんですけれども、とんでもないキル数を叩き出しています。コストも70と全選手中1位という形なので、衝撃のデビューと言って間違いないですね。スポイト先ほどお伝えした3マップだと、3走がぶっちぎりで活躍してたんですけれども、国境と高層ビルに関しては活躍はしてたんですけれども、抜きん出た活躍というわけではなかったんですが、全試合を通してこれだけの活躍を見せている、まさに化け物ルーキー来たなっていう感じですね。数字の上だけでも化け物じみたところはあるんですけれども、途中で触れたように僕そんなに、いろんな選手のデビューを見てきましたけれども、ここまでエイムとか視点移動で綺麗だなと思った選手いなくて、ちょっとびっくりさせられましたね。あとは今回は対戦相手の視点があるじゃないですか。キャラコンのうまさですよね。この両方を合わせ持って本当にスーパールーキーが来たなというところですね。あとはローグがこのスポイトをうまくチームの中に溶け込まして、どこまでスポイトが活躍しない時にチームとしてラウンドをしっかり取れるか、そういったチーム作りがステージ2の開幕までに間に合うかどうかだとは思うんですけれども、ちょっとこれはローグの巻き返し十分あるだろうなっていうぐらいのスーパールーキー獲得。ちょっとね EU の順位はだいぶ変わってきそうですよ。非常にステージ2が楽しみとなる、ゲーマーズ with ボーダーズの予選でした。さあ皆さんの評価はいかがだったでしょうか。それ以外の試合もね本当に見れますので、ぜひぜひ Twitch の方のこのゲーマーズ without ボーダーズのチャンネルに飛んでいただいて、試合ちょこちょこ覗いていただければと思います。それでは最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。こんな感じでレインボーシックスシージの試合のねハイライトを忙しい人向けに作っておりますので、またこのチャンネルに遊びに来てください。よかったと思ったらグッドボタン、そしてチャンネル登録のほどよろしくお願いいたします。それではまたレインボーシックスシージの動画やっていきたいと思いますので、そちらでお会いしましょう。ではでは。